Welcome back to Keys Prop Hunt. On today, we'll be looking for some props that we can hit on. Let's get into it. So starting out here, I did want to talk about yesterday's slate. We did have a couple home runs there. I believe Garcia from Washington went yard. Torkelson went yard as well. We had quite a few hits in yesterday's video as well. So check that out if you missed that. I want to see if anybody else went yard that we talked about. Think that may be it on that end. Oh, maybe Ewing. Yeah, we talked about Ewing too. He went yard. But let's look at today. Those are to the side. We'll focus on these evening games left. May just go through each game since it's not that many. What do you got? About 7. So yeah, I'll go through each game. So you got Bryce Miller versus Miami. He's looked really good this year. Miami has looked good as of late. I expect it to be low scoring in this game. Really no platoon difference. The whiff is there for both sides for him. I more so want to attack Junk just coming off injury. He has given up some barrels to righties though. I do notice that. So I'll look quickly into that to see if we can. So it's more so off this four seamer. But this splitter and slider is getting barreled as well. Lopez has been pretty good. Hernandez is normally the person that I go with as far as like power. Lopez doesn't look bad there. Long shot with him is homer here. 11.4 barrel in the last 30. I'll probably say long shot Lopez home run here, to be honest, just because he's been hitting well. Not necessarily a power guy, but let me see, where's he? I didn't even look at his. Let me look at his whiff on these pitches. So the whiff's bad against the splitter, but he's only seen 8 of them. Not too bad on the slider. The four seamer is real good. He's not missing it at all. So possibly Lopez there. Hernandez has been hitting as of late too. Doesn't look good against this pitch mix though. Go to the other side. I want to find a way to get to Junk. He really struggles with lefties. He's going to see a bunch today. However, Seattle has been horrible as of late. I will look into it though. So this changeup he's missing bats with. So Nailers not whiffing on that. 14%, not bad at all. 31% for Young. Small sample size. Not too bad for Canzone there either. Crawford, very small sample size. Naylor and Young are hitting it when they do make contact. Oh, I'm looking last 30. My fault. So Crawford still 16%, 14% whiff. So good thing there. He's not missing on it. Real bad for Raleigh there. 23% for Naylor. 31% for Young. 32% for Canzone. Change up wise, it looks like Crawford there. I'll look at this four seamer. He's not missing bats on this. 359 weighted OBA. Crawford looks decent there. Canzone's really hitting it. Young and Naylor don't look bad either. I looked at Raleigh. Neither does Crawford. Like, I want to say these lefties should be able to get to him. Miami's bullpen looks to be in a situation too. Canzone does not look good against that. He is, when he makes contact, he is barreling it though. 27% barrel. Naylor's whiffing on that. They're all about whiffing on this slider except for Young. So all about mid, to be honest. Naylor has the lowest K rate. And then Canzone I mean, then Young, then Canzone. Canzone looks like he has the most power outside of Rally. Last 30, Young 289, 13% K. Naylor's really not whiffing at all. That's good. Small sample size on the slider and the changeup, though. Not too bad for Young outside of that changeup. He's really missing on. I want to say I trust Young and Naylor here. They do have Young towards the end of the lineup. I don't know why he's been hitting for like the last month or so. Naylor dropped to like number 5 too. Canzone's at 3 or 4, I want to say. He's striking out against that slider. Canzone more so for power. So possibly home run. You know, possibly can also take him for hits, runs, RBIs in the middle of that lineup. Should be able to get some in there. But those three I trust the most. Canzone has the most barrel and sweet spot. But as I mentioned, their offense has looked terrible as of late. You got Jack Perkins at Detroit. So hold on, let me look. Batting average wise is righties. Weighted OBA is righties too. Actually is a little bit better against lefties than I thought. Looks like he could give up a homer to the right hand side. We got to Corlson yesterday. Dingler looks good here, but he went out with a injury yesterday too. So he's getting whiffs on this sweeper quite a bit. Dingler would have been a great spot here. Burling's not missing on it. And then you got this cutter. He's getting barreled here. Yeah, Dingler would have been a great spot here. I don't think he's playing today. If he is, he looks real good here. Forcing he's not getting up an average, but he's also not missing very many bats. May stay away here because I don't think Dingler's playing. He can double back onto Carlson, but I'm not pushing that. Oh, look at the left-hand side real quick. Looks like he's better there. 29% whiff. Giving up 3 home runs. Pretty sure he's better away, though. Because they're in that small ballpark in Sacramento. Sweeper. Green or McKinstry's not really striking out there. Getting misses with this changeup. McCongo looks real good there. Green not so much. 42% whiff. And then this 4-seamer. Might be more so like a contact play. I would say if I'm going to do that, I lean McCongo for a hit. He's not really giving up power to lefties, but Green's in play. Looks decent against the pitch mix. Carpenter too, but I lean hit play here, McCongo. Let's go to the other side. Valdez. Real low K to walk rate to righties. The K rate is low itself too. Swing and miss pitch, this change up. So we'll look there. Geloff doesn't look bad. Heim doesn't look bad either. That whiff for Langlers looks bad there. Batting average doesn't. So that's the changeup. But the changeup is also getting hit. You see 294, 341 weighted OBA. So he's giving up homers there. I didn't even see who's. So you got 2 for Heim. And then G-Loff and Bolt have 1. So that's the changeup. The sinker's more so getting put in play. Langler's looks really good there. The sweet spot isn't bad either. Heim, very small sample size, but he's hitting that too. Wilson just got back from injury. I'll look 2025, see if we can get a full season of it. So Langler's looks pretty good against it again. You got Wilson there too. Heim doesn't look that good at all. And this curveball, he's getting some swing and miss on this as well. Langler's doesn't look too good here, 37% whiff. Heim looks good there, very small sample size. I'll go back to last year, see if we can grab something. So it doesn't look too good for any of them last year against that. Heim did hit it a couple times there, 33% whiff, 28% whiff. This change up. I lean Langler's because I believe he's gonna lead off here. He's either gonna lead off or bat second, I believe. He can hit the changeup. He can hit the sinker. His whiff on that curve does not look good. So you have to take that into account. But he can hit the changeup. He can hit the sinker, in which those are getting put in play. The sinker, for the most part, is getting put in play. And I love the 583. And then last year, he was hitting it as well. Wilson's normally a contact guy as well, too. Moving on. You got Luzardo at Cincy. I'll look from the right-hand side. Really good, 27, almost 28% K. The K to walks, almost 20% too, 30% whiff. So he's definitely missing bats. Look at this sweeper first. He's getting a lot of whiffs here. So Steer doesn't look too bad there. Neither does Stevenson. Very small sample sizes here. The rest of them, not so much. Look back last year, see if anything. So it looked bad for them all last year. That's the sweeper. He might rack up some Ks here. Change up. So he's getting whiffs on this changeup, but it's also getting hit a little bit. 361 weighted OBA is not bad at all. Looks pretty bleak here. Steer's still not striking out that much at all. 36% whiff though. Stewart 30% whiff. Marte, very small sample size. Does have a barrel there though. Do notice that Luzardo's given up a couple home runs this year though. So this is the four-seamer. Eli looks pretty good there. Stewart looks pretty good. Steer looks good again. It may be Steer here, maybe for a hit. He honestly has looked the best. He crossed him. Eli's whiff doesn't look that bad now that I'm looking at it. 24% across the pitch mix. Let's look last 30. So not much of a sample size here. Stewart has seen the most bats. Steer dropped way off. May lean away here. Don't really trust Cincy's bats. And then Eli's K does not look good. His whiff didn't look too bad though, but yeah, I'm cool on them. Let's look at the other side. So we got Brady Singer here. Gives up more power to lefties. So you got Schwarber, Harper, Crawford in there, Marsh. Gives up barrels to both sides. I'll look at the right side first, and then we'll go from there. The K to walk is really low. Throwing the sinker for the most part. The slider and sweeper looks like he's getting swing and miss on. Look at this slider. So bomb doesn't look bad there. 26% whiff, 10% K. Turner looks horrible there. Let's look recently, see if anything changed. Not really. Bomb's not hitting it well, but he's also not king. That's that. Then the sweeper. They all look like they're missing on that. Bomb 30% K, 22% whiff. About average there. That whiff on Turner looks horrible. Remilto 25%. Okay, so they better hope you don't throw that sweeper that much. And then this sinker. Looks like Turner's hitting the best. 241's mid. Do like the K rates here, but he's not really missing bats here, so it's not really a focus. So 375 across his last 16 at bats for Bomb, 429 for Turner. So those more so look like the plays for hits here. I didn't like Turner's whiff and K against this slider and sweeper though. Does not look good there. I'd say I lean Bomb just off the strength of the whiff percentage on both those slider and sweeper. Has a weighted OBA for this sinker too. So I'll lean Bomb for a hit here. On the year, he's not hitting that sinker well, but him and Turner both aren't, to be honest. And then left side. So missing bats with this slider quite a bit. Stats K looks pretty good there. 16% whiff. The rest of them look really bad. 51% for Harper. Sheesh. This side may just be a home run play. Chalk play always is Schwaber, but let's look into it. So sweeper he's missing bats with, but he's also getting barreled with this sweeper and this slider. Harper's hitting that pretty well. 5 homers against it. I didn't see who was homering against this slider. So Marsh and Schwaber are. Schwaber 2, not Schwaber, Marsh 2 in the last 30. Harper looks horrible against it. And then this sinker. You're gonna have to be able to lift this sinker to get it out of there. 3 for Schwaber, 2 for Marsh, 1 for Harper. Look last 30. So 1 barrel for Marsh. You would say Singer should get he should get hit here, but it doesn't look that good for like you're not gonna get Schwab or Harper for a good price, so you can play the chalk plays there. I feel like Marsh is coming back down to earth. He was going crazy. I guess I haven't paid attention to him recently to know. Long shot, maybe stop. You know, he's looked good as far as his K wise across it. But you can go Harper and Schwaber. Marsh still has the barrel in the sweet spot, but I'm trying to think just outside of them who could possibly do it there. I don't think he has anything against his sinker though. Yeah, I may just stay away from this one. Okay, you got Logan Henderson. I believe he just got called back up. Really struggling with righties. Not struggling. 34% K, so he's not really struggling at all. The barrel is bad though. So you got Walker here. Um, Herrera too. Let's look at it. So he's getting some whiffs for sure. This cutter. Walker does not look bad against 37% whiff though. Only a 9.5% K. Herrera, 15%, 22% whiff. So not bad for him. Couple barrels there for Walker. The changeup is not getting touched at all. So 24% K for Herrera here, 22% whiff. That looks really bad on Walker's end right there. But when he does make contact, it's pretty good. Four seamer wise, Herrera looks the best. Weighted OBA, 8.9% barrel. Walker has the barrel too. Pages. Okay, this may be strictly maybe a home run shot here. And maybe Herrera. Like I went into this looking for Walker because I noticed that he started to hit. I believe he's on a hitting streak. But Herrera looks pretty good against that four seamer. Let's see what he's doing here. I mean, he's throwing that slider a little bit. It's got barreled. I doubt he throws it again. Let me see. So nothing on that end except for Furman. And then Herrera has one on the year, as this Walker. Yeah, I wanted to say Walker, but it may be Herrera here. Walker has the best batting average and home runs total against it. You stay away from this one too. I mean, Herrera's K doesn't look bad. Two homers. Um, I have seen this Blaze Jordan kid been hitting too a little bit. I'd go Herrera. No, I'd go Walker, Herrera, and then maybe that Blaze Jordan kid to go yard there. Paliante, ground ball guy. The K to walk is low on both sides. A little bit more power to lefties. So really missing bats with this slider. Frelick doesn't look bad there, but I really think he hasn't been playing much. I don't think they called up this Larrera guy. 18% whip there for Terang, not bad at all. 17% barrel for Bowers. This splitter missing some bats here. Terang 35%. Sheesh. Bowers on the whiff doesn't look too good. Free lick again. But Eloki may be getting phased out. This four seamer's getting hit. He's not really missing bats with this knuckle curve. Terang looks good there. Small sample size. Then the four seamer. Bowers can hit per usual. Terang's 284. Looks good there. K doesn't. Look last 30 for some recency. 333 for Terang. Mitchell doesn't look bad. Let's go these top three. He's barely throwing that splitter or sinker. Mitchell has the homers as of late, though, but I really don't care to do that in St. Louis, plus with Paliante being a ground ball guy. Gut here says Terang had the day off yesterday. Comes in against Paliante. Yeah, I'll just go there. Hit wise Terang. Okay, Detmers at the Rangers, who have been hitting left-handed pitching. I will say that. His K to walk looks pretty good. K looks pretty good too. Giving up some barrel, 8 home runs on the year. Slider, let's look at that. So Burger looks pretty good there, surprisingly. K wise, small sample size though. Has a home run. The changeup, missing bats here. Burger looks pretty good there. They all look good here against this changeup. And he's getting hit with it. Missing bats, but also getting hit. 2 home runs for Burger there. This curveball. I was about to say Burger got to be striking out at one of these. So curveball. Burger doesn't look too good there. Diaz, 2 home runs. 20% last year on 10 at bats. Okay. So this 4-seamer is his lowest swinging strike, 7.9% barrel, 3 homers. So Jung looks pretty good there. I'm surprised Burger's not hitting this. That's very surprising. 17% barrel last year. Fosco's barrel doesn't look bad either, but he sold me against. I took him against a lefty already. Has the barrel though. I would say I'm not looking here to bat for average. So, if you want to play Fosco, maybe Homer, Burgers, K and whiff against that slider and changeup surprised me. So if he's not missing against those, I fully expect him to sit on something. But he didn't look good against that 4-seamer. So I'm going to put too much into that. But Fosco should be leading off there for them. And then the other side, Eovaldi. Giving up homers to both sides. More so barrel to lefties. The K is lower to lefties as well. Missing bats with the splitter. So none of them are hitting that. This cutter, not too bad for any of them. So I see him leaning in on that splitter. It's 2 home runs there for Low. And then this curveball missing bats. Low doesn't look too bad here. I don't see him throwing this 4-seamer much. When he's thrown it, it's gotten barreled, 25% barrel. Maybe Low here. I don't know where he's at in the lineup. He just got called back up recently. And so possibly him for a hit. 309, the 31% K you got to deal with, but yeah, possibly Low here. Long shot home run, maybe hit, depending on where he is in the lineup. Chanel doesn't look bad there either. He's definitely gonna be in top of the lineup, maybe top 3. But Low's barrel does not look bad against his pitch mix. 12.9, 7 home runs. Okay, you got Kelly at San Diego. Has not looked the best here, but you can fix that against San Diego. The K to walk to lefties is crazy. Very low ground ball, fly ball. The whiff isn't there either. 15.6% barrel. Um, Someone that I've been looking at for the past couple of days that just hasn't done it is Sheets. Like I feel like he's been due to go yard and he just has not. Um, so let's look. Whiff wise, 20% is not bad. 26% for Merrill. Those about the only two I'm looking at. Cronenworth has started to hit though. I wanted Sheets the other night. I forgot who they were facing, and Cronenworth went yard. So I have noticed that they've put him back at towards the top of the lineup. None of their Ks look bad here, even though he's not missing bats here. 519 weighted OBA to this. So yeah, Cronenworth. Again, this had to be what he homered off. Yeah, Gallon. It was Gallon. I was going with Sheets with. But I will say it again. I feel like Sheets is due. 10% barrel and 20 events. Merrill has the barrel too. San Diego's ballpark is not the best to hit it out of, though. I will say that much. So Sheets looks good against this cutter. 3 home runs against this cutter. Yeah, I'm gonna say Sheets again. I'm gonna say that I feel like he's gonna go yard. Um, San Diego is difficult to hit it out of, though. I will say that. But Merrill is getting barreled. Um, and we just hit on Yelich against him. This is the changeup. And then righty wise, we can look hit here. I feel like they got let's look at his swing and misses first. Change up, missing bats here. France and Adajar doesn't look bad there. The rest of them look horrible. Tatis is hitting it when he does make contact though. This slider looks bad. Machado, 33% whiff. His curveball he's barely using. Cutter, Machado looks good there. Tatis looks good there too. Giving up wise, let's go Cutter, four seamer, Singer, all variations of the not four seam, but of the fastball. Camposano looks the best. Tatis 287, not bad either. Machado has the most home runs, so if you're looking to go yard from the right hand side, Machado looks pretty good, especially in the last 30, almost a 20% barrel. Tatis is hitting for average. So I like Sheets from the left side, Machado from the right side. If you want to go hit, you can go Tatis. I looked at it earlier. They had Tatis price too high for me to take him. Looking at Cannon here, really struggles with the left hand side. The K to walk is fairly low. K percentage too, 13% barrel. So let's look at his pitches that he's missing bats with. This slider, even though it is still getting barreled. So Marte, let me look full season first. Marte and Perdomo don't look bad here at all. 27% whiff for Perdomo. Both of them aren't necessarily hitting it though. Then you got this not this cutter, but this changeup. So Perdomo looks pretty good there K wise. Still not batting for average. Carroll actually is low there on K, still whiffing. 29% there for Marte. So honestly, they don't look too good against that change up there, swing and strike wise. Those are his two. Let me click this again. My change up and slider. So Perdomo probably looks the best K wise there. Carroll, 30% whiff. He does have the homers against both of those though. Marte, 15% K, 26% whiff. So not too bad there. None of them are hitting it at all, though. Perdomo looks the best recently. Carroll, 405 weighted OBA. Marte, 31% whiff. So don't love that. And let's go weighted OBA wise. So skip the cutter and the sinker, barely using it. This four seamer's getting hit. Kepler looks pretty good though. Perdomo looks pretty good again. Marte looks pretty mid there, but 5 homers. He's been the one that's been hitting for him. Carroll 5 homers there too. As of late, Marte is hitting this four seamer fairly well. A barrel there, 1 home run, a homer for Perdomo and Carroll as well, and Kepler. Kepler 40% barrel, so 2 barrels there on 5 events for him. Um, Over the course of the season, it looks like Perdomo. I know that Marte's been hitting recently, so I want to say Marte for a hit at the top of the lineup, but it looks like this is gonna be a low scoring game